Before you continue listening, I want to ask you something gently. If this message speaks to you at any point, consider supporting the channel by liking the video and subscribing. Not because of numbers, but because messages like this find people who need them through simple gestures like yours. Now take a breath, slow your thoughts, and stay with me for a moment. There are seasons in life where you look at yourself and feel disappointed. Not because you failed loudly, but because you didn't become what you thought you would be by now. You imagined a stronger version of yourself, a more confident one, a healed one, a person who would no longer be affected by the same fears, the same doubts, the same emotional weight. And yet here you are, still fighting, still tired, still questioning whether you've actually grown or if you're just surviving. But what if the strength you're looking for doesn't look the way you expected? What if growth didn't come as noise, confidence, or visible success, but as endurance? Most people think strength means becoming unbreakable, but real strength often looks like continuing even when you feel fragile. It looks like waking up after nights you didn't think you'd survive. It looks like choosing not to give up when no one would blame you if you did. You don't feel stronger because strength didn't remove the struggle. It taught you how to carry it, and that kind of growth is quiet, almost invisible, but it's real. There is a version of you that existed before certain losses, before certain disappointments, before prayers that felt unanswered. That version of you believed strength meant control. It meant clarity. It meant certainty. But life has a way of stripping those illusions away. Not to destroy you, but to rebuild you on something deeper. And the truth is, the version of you who exists now has endured things the old version could never have handled. You may not feel victorious, but you are resilient in ways you weren't before. Growth rarely announces itself. It doesn't ask for recognition. It happens slowly, in the way your reactions change, in the way you pause instead of exploding, in the way you feel pain but don't let it define you, in the way you learn to sit with silence instead of running from it. You didn't become fearless. You became brave enough to keep going while afraid. The problem is that we often measure growth by comparing outcomes instead of character. We ask, am I happier? Am I more successful? Am I finally at peace? But strength is not always reflected in comfort. Sometimes it's reflected in endurance. The fact that you're still standing after everything you've faced is not accidental. It's evidence. There's a verse that speaks directly to this kind of hidden strength. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Notice that it doesn't say they won't get tired. It says they won't give up. Renewal doesn't remove the journey. It sustains you through it. You didn't become stronger by avoiding pain. You became stronger by surviving it, by letting it teach you, by letting it shape you instead of hardening you. And that's something the old version of you didn't know how to do. The old version wanted quick answers, immediate relief, visible progress. This version understands patience. This version understands waiting. This version understands that healing is not linear and growth is not loud. Sometimes you feel like you've gone backwards because you're still struggling with things you thought you'd already overcome. But struggling doesn't mean stagnation. It means you're in process. Muscles don't grow because they're comfortable. They grow because they're stretched, torn, rebuilt. And your inner strength follows the same pattern. There is another verse that many people misunderstand, but when you look at it closely, it reveals something powerful. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Strength does not come from pretending you're fine. It comes from acknowledging your limits and discovering that you're still held, that you're still sustained, that you're still moving forward even when you feel weak. The strongest version of you is not the one who never falls. It's the one who learned how to get back up without losing their softness, without losing their faith, without losing their humanity. You've been hurt, but you didn't become cruel. You've been disappointed, but you didn't become hopeless. You've been tired, but you didn't quit. That matters more than you realize. You may not see growth because you're too close to it, because you're living inside the process. But look at how you handle things now compared to before. Look at what no longer destroys you. Look at what you've learned to release. Look at the boundaries you didn't have before. Look at the strength it took to stay when it would have been easier to walk away. There was a time when the weight you carry now would have crushed you, and yet you're here, still breathing, still believing even if quietly, still hoping even if cautiously. That alone tells a story of strength. James 1:2-3 says, "Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Not joy because pain is good, but because pain is not wasted. It produces something, and perseverance is one of the strongest forms of growth there is. It means you didn't give up on yourself. And you didn't give up on God even when things didn't make sense. You don't need to become someone else to be stronger. You've already become stronger by becoming more honest, more patient, more grounded. The old version of you needed certainty to move forward. This version moves forward with trust. The old version needed answers. This version has learned how to wait. So if today you feel tired, don't confuse exhaustion with weakness. Strength doesn't mean you're never tired. It means you don't let tiredness convince you that you've failed. You are not who you were. You've grown in ways that don't show on the surface. And one day, you'll look back and realize this was the season that built the strongest part of you. If this message helped you see yourself differently, even just a little, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps this message reach others who feel the same quiet exhaustion and need this reminder. You are stronger than the last version of you, even if you don't feel it yet.